Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. A first down and more for Drake, and he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Flowers in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble. Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
This is Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to They'll try it now with Mostert. And they are going to stop it on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him point.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Nice little nifty play from him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off play action. Webster. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And Mostert with a 1st down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw on 2nd down, Webster getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they picked up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
8 inches at the 8-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Webster steps away to his left. And Daniels has it, left side. Touchdown, Raiders! Darrell Daniels, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Drake. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a big place in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Nwangu. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? We're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing on 1st down, Webster. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, Webster. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. Webster. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll look to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. Not much there, only a yard. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenyon Drake in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A final shot before break. Webster. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Webster. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Off play action. Webster. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Back to throw. Webster throwing the out route incomplete. It's Daniels. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Las Vegas.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the running game with Mostert, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake. Webster. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chaz Surratt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
Now, what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points. But a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Vikings 3-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Webster. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guy...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
At the 25-yard line, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st down, it's Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Webster. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Webster. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Pushes him over, and they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Back to throw. Webster. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Hurd. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on second down. Webster. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Yeah, the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go, let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
1st and goal, 1-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
you